And
How old are you?
he had called my phone like,
How old are you? They want to know
well,
the
I don't
age
put my age on
difference.
the internet because people
Okay.
just,
All right. Because I know you said he wanted something young.
he more than 10 years older than me.
All right, say less. Say less. That makes sense. Go ahead.
So, anyway, this dude, what was I? I forgot.
No, you was talking about them big ass,
Oh,
them dark ass
so he
hickeys.
put the hickeys, yeah. So he put the hickeys on my neck, and he would be calling like, "Oh, did my hickeys go away yet?" And this and that, right? So now I'm at work, but I'm on Clubhouse, and he come in my room, and the dude that I was talking to from New York is in my room, and he knows who the nigga is, right? So he start going like, this is what he do. He know how to spin a narrative. So he started talking to me, telling everybody, oh yeah, when Meeka came to LA, she was dealing with some dude, she when I came to pick her up and take her to the airport, she had these hickeys on her neck and da 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 da. But I'm getting mad, I'm getting irritated because when he's saying this, the dude that I'm talking to is on my floor. But I had already told him about it, you feel me? Because I really liked him, so I told him about it. And so, but I told
So he
him
was trying
that
to
I wasn't
bring up
talking to
the he
black
was
no more
trying to
and I was
bring
cutting it
up
off.
the he was trying to bring up the hickeys to smut you, but to eliminate himself out the
Yeah,
scenario. Okay.
yeah.
Right.
That's exactly what he was doing. And so he like, yeah, that nigga that gave you them hickeys, he must have really loved you. It was some emotion in that. Cause I could see I saw how he was looking. And anybody on here that was on Clubhouse, they know what I'm talking about that day. And he was like, yeah, that stuff had to be good. It must be real good to him. And it's not. And then he texted me, and on my phone, he was like, I'm talking to you without them knowing. And I'm just rolling my eyes, and I'm on the app like, dang, bro, be quiet. And then I'm like, don't nobody want to hear no more. And then the dude that I was talking to, he like, nah, keep going, keep going. So Wack caught on to that and was like, oh, this nigga, you must be talking to this nigga. Like, oh, he getting mad. And then so he started going like going further and further and making shit worse for me and this nigga. So then he texted my phone after I leave the room. I left the room. So then he texted my phone and he said, oh, well, you need to what did he say on my phone? He like, oh yeah, he said clean that up. I said, you already did that. Like the nigga gone. Like the fuck he ain't gonna talk to me now. You did it already. So then he gonna say, yeah, next time you do it when I ask, or I'm always do it my way or some shit. He said,
How
like
much? Can I
basically,
ask you this? Oh,
don't be having no nigga.
y'all was doing whatever, but how much was he paying in order to have this amount of influence in your whatever your program? Was you charging him?
No, I wasn't I was never like that. Like me, I never asked for nothing. I let niggas do what they gonna do for me. You know what I'm saying? Or do
Cause you
what
not
like, oh, I
is
want
it
to buy
cause you
something
not
nice.
in need and that wasn't your intentions? You
Yes.
okay?
hmm That's a fact. And then throughout the whole time, like you could tell, like anytime we would get into an argument, he'd be like, you a struggling bitch, and I'm like, nigga, struggling, like nigga, I have investments, nigga, I'm not hurting for nothing, and he knew that. You know what I'm saying? My whole life is built off the sweat of my back. I don't need nobody for nothing. So when he came into the situation, I told him, I said, you used to work fucking with broke bitches. You used to fuck with bitches that won't ask you for cash app and shit like that. But I'm not that. So he couldn't control me like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't need for nothing. And so, and I saw that he was like, you could tell he was like dealing with other females or whatever, but the females couldn't get the emotion out of him that I would. And a lot of people had told me, they was like, that's because you not like them. Them bitches got their hand out every so often. You bring emotion out this nigga and make him want to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
and
obvious.
then he, even people on the app, like they would say, like, oh, he told me, his wife told him that, like, you got a soft spot for this girl. Why you let her, handle you like this? And you don't. He done cuss all the females out on his stage. He done cuss niggas out. He done cuss other females out. Like, you can't say too many words to Rack 100 without him just going off. He didn't do that to me.
Do you
He
not?
never
But
would.
as you
He'd
being a
just be like, what?
female, if you being a female, just analyzing the world, do you not realize how much of a bitch trait it is for a nigga to be that much into being on the phone arguing? Like that's not like it's
Exactly.
not even two niggas. There's nobody to compare them to. That's how anti or opposite it is what niggas is really about out here. He the only one. Like, who else is that comfortable? This nigga is arguing with everybody in the world. Like, who gets points for arguing outside the metaverse? But go ahead. That's just my thoughts. I'm listening to you, man. I want you to lace me up. Lace me up on this whole ass nigga that lied on me.
But yeah, like he kind of taught me how, like he taught me a lot, a whole lot, how to be on the internet and shit like that. And he the one told me like, don't take this shit serious, you know. And he, for the most part, he don't really take that app serious at all, you know. And you'll hear him having an argument, and 2 seconds later, he forgot about it. Like
But
that
you
whole
know, that's been, look, way before he
really
was this popular. That's been his MO from day one. Anytime Wack has ever in my life, and I've been knowing him since the very early 2000s, right after like the 90s. I'm talking about 01, 02 type shit. All he has ever done, if you ever heard his name caught up in any type of anything with any nigga, if he ever said anything negative, everybody know his MO is to hurry up and double back and have the nice conversation and make it all right and patch it up. That's what he do. That's what he do. And if he wasn't a successful business owner from the beginning of his journey in the industry, he never would have been able to perform such an excellent networking exhibition and build his motherfucking network so well. He utilized the fact that he didn't spend as much time as the average LA nigga fucking his life off being a street thug dummy, and he was doing some positive things and putting himself in a very respectable business position. He was able to leverage that when he stepped into the industry and started talking to these executives. So then he turned around and tried to represent that to the internet like he the G'est nigga out here, which has never been the case. He's far from it.
Yeah, when we got into it, like that's what he do. Like he told me, like you a wild card. You know, like when I first came on the app, I was a little more like disrespectful, and I had low tolerance for any and everything. And he kind of like you know, like I ain't gonna say tame me, but kind of like I just smoothing a little bit of my rough edges.
Do we still got action at you? Because
like,
a lot of things you saying and the people in the chat, it sound like he still got action at you. Like y'all might be texting right now.
Nah, that's not it at all. It's just that I'm not here to cap. I'm telling all the truth. So anything that you know, like if he taught me something, well, I'm gonna tell the truth. If he like this or not like that, I'm gonna say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But where he did me wrong is, you know, he did me wrong. But I'm not here to lie about nothing. I'm gonna keep it 100. Feel me?
You say where he said where he did you wrong is, and then make that clear. Where did he do you wrong? Why did y'all go from being cupcaking and him pillow talking to you being on this campaign now, similar to me, talking shit, keeping it real about him, telling everybody what I really know about him? I do the same shit. Why is you now on that campaign? He lied on me. That's why I am.
Because he's confusing. Like it's kind of hard to learn the nigga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's so contradictory, like up and down. Like he'll say, like he told me, like Meeka, you could go crash out and burn the whole house down. He's like, and all you gotta do is come lay on my chest and tell me what happened, and I'm gonna go fix it. He told me that, and for the most part, he was doing that. Like he'd go fix anything, whatever, every fire I set, he'd go put it out. But then he started seeing, for me, I think he started seeing like my name start having its own clout. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like he started using me for content, which I didn't appreciate. You know, he aligned me up and had me doing and some weird shit on the app. You know, and say, oh, it's about to be this, and then turn around, it'd be something different. You know. Oh my God, sorry.
You know anything about him?
So
you know. Go ahead.
So yeah, he'll say something, and then turn around, and then when I get up there, it'll be something different. He'll flip, and I start seeing him change. Like, you know, like basically he was lining me up in certain different little situations. So the last time he did that, me and him was at odds, and I was like, you know, I think I shot him off my stage. Like I muted him and got him the hell off my stage. And that's the day that he was like, he told me his wife asked him, like, why you so, like, soft on this girl? You allow her to say X, Y, and Z to you and you go tuck your tail in the corner. And he told me that happened. So now he on the app, and then I'm talking to him. He trying to spin a narrative on my stage. And I'm like, nah, bro, you're not about to get that off right here. So I muted his ass and I shot him. And then he was like, mute me again or something. He said, or I shot him and I pulled him back up. And he was like, as he paused for 3 seconds and was like, please force yourself to call me a bitch. He was like, bitch. And as soon as he said that, I shot his ass off my stage like, nah, nigga. You don't get no YouTube video cussing me out.
Yeah.
So then we was beefing. So from there, he was in his room and he brought up my kids. He had blocked me.
Your kids?
And he brought up my, yeah.
The nigga who never speak about his son, the nigga that never bring up his son, brought up somebody's kid. Go ahead, what do you say about your kids? Whatever you were comfortable sharing. It's on you.
Like, he said some weird stuff about my kids that wasn't true, that I felt like he spoke into existence like 2 weeks later. You know what I'm saying? And basically he tried to say I didn't have custody of my kids. And I'm like, you're lying. Like, why are you trying to like spin a narrative? As soon as he said that, I was so hot, bro. And immediately I came off my mic and I was like, I said, you gonna lie for real? Because this man FaceTimed me. He seen my kids. He be on the phone with me when I drop my kids off to school and everything. So he knew that was a lie. You know what I'm saying? So immediately I said, tell your wife who gave me these hickeys, nigga. Since you want to lie, let's tell the truth. You know? And so when I did that, and then I said, and I was like, keep playing, and I'm gonna drop these pictures and da-da-da. And from there, it was a wrap from there. Like, all trust was gone. Everything, he told me all his deepest, darkest secrets. He knew. He like, oh, this girl going there with it. Like, at this point now, he was like, she's capable of anything. So ever since then.
So now everybody. So now, you got the audio of him describing how whoever put them hickeys on you must have felt about you?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
To have that audio with him trying to be slick and talk about somebody outside of himself, and then for it to be revealed who the person is, that's the nail in the coffin for a nigga to act like he wasn't really caught up. He done already told what it is. So if he don't,
and then
go ahead.
And then I showed the text messages. I showed the text messages where he said, "I'm talking to you without them knowing."
Yeah, right there. See, this is my thing with Ho No Hundred. If you think about it, he's supposed to be a manager, CEO. It never works for that type of individual when you have the biggest voice and face out of everybody on your roster. He really wish he was a rapper. So here he is trying to be poetic to you, but be a gangster to the world. He danced butt naked in the shower for his wife that's fucking on niggas from the jungles and from 60s. But he comfortable telling the world she can get him butt naked, soaking wet, wiggling his body. Then he get another female about the jungles and surprise her coming out the shower with his ass up. She too young and too much of a real one to realize he was trying to Illuminati you. He wanted you to Illuminati. And just think, you got the footage you got. Tell us this. What's the price of that footage? Because I got a little extra change. I know some people that might be interested just because it's the game he like to play. I might be able to even put you in touch with some people that's, matter of fact, don't tell me on here because I don't even want to do it like that. But I know some people that might be interested in that footage. So please be wise and don't just let it float. Don't let him pump you up to try to prove you got it and release it quick. And you know, he might be the source of the bag. He might be willing to approach you with some lawyers, some paperwork, and some nice amount of money in order for that shit to never surface. And don't rule that possibility out. Fuck what they talking about in the chat. If it's a nigga that'll show you his ass straight up in the air when you come out the shower, he'll hit you with a nice little business proposition right now. So make sure you play your cards right and don't allow your emotions, because I obviously y'all was dealing with emotions. Don't allow your emotions to make you not make the most wise play out of this. Get the most you can. Max this shit out. Please do. Hey, Kim Kardashian might be very interested in that footage.
cause he been trying to make me trying to psych me out to put it out there. He was sending his people from his room to my room talking about tell her to post the pictures, and then he was telling them if she don't post the pictures, unfollow her greenhouse, like telling them to leave my club.
But you should have just immediately said, you should have said the same thing about the Nipsey video. As soon as he said that, you should have just said, okay, same thing with him about the Nipsey video. What you waiting on? Like that logic is so childish coming from him, because he claimed to have footage that we ain't never seen as well. So how do that even be an argument that he could utilize in front of the same audience? Tell me this though, Meeka. Who is these weird ass niggas on Clubhouse on this nigga nuts so hard agreeing with everything he say? Who is these niggas?
And they don't even know him. They don't even know him. They're not getting paid. They never met the man. They never seen the man in real life.
That shit blows my mind. That shit blow my mind.
Me too.
And so.
Me too.
And so, so you say it ain't gonna be no doubling back, but I make sure you hear what I'm saying when I'm telling you about. You got something of value if you really got what you're saying. Do you have any? I'm just curious, just cause it's him. Is it you really got anything other? Is anything else other than that would be considered embarrassing? Because I would be embarrassed as fuck to be caught out like in that position, being that comfortable, being that loose with somebody I just met over an app, especially, and then I was barebacking her, off top. Like, tell me this too. This is a question I'm curious. Every time I hear a clip of him talking on the app, it sounds like he talking over dentures. Do cuz wear dentures?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. He got some parcels or something. He holding something together in that motherfucker.
Yeah, he he ain't got no dentures or nothing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have.
You in Reno? Are you in Reno? Are you in Reno? Where when you say he flew you in, where he flew you in from? Where you mind saying that?
Utah.
Yeah, you out there. They don't even like us in Utah, do they? You straight out there? I hope you got you some weapons in your arm. You see what's happening with blacks? They going crazy on blacks around here. What type of subjects do you discuss on your podcast on a regular basis?
We do a lot of stuff.